So today, leaving the campground at KOA Erie, Pennsylvania, my power lift stopped working. So we had to get the crank out and put it down. And in the middle of putting the crank down, my wife decided to give it a try, and she cranked on it a little too hard and ended up breaking off the end of the crank. So I ended up pounding on a 14 millimeter socket in order to get it down the rest of the way so I can get home. And it started raining, and we got it closed just in time today. So in looking around trying to figure out the problem, I tested the battery. I took off all the ground wires, sanded them down, put them back, looked at the fuses, used my multimeter to test the battery. Did I say that once already? Check the polarity of the, not the polarity, but check the continuity of the remote. Trying to figure out if it was dead or not. I actually couldn't tell. I couldn't figure out how to test this thing with the multimeter. And I was down here trying to test the box for power. Couldn't do that because at the holes, the prongs go in them little holes, and they're too deep for the prongs of my multimeter to go in to test them for power and whatnot. So I was about ready to give up, and there's this wire coming out of the frame that goes into the motor, and there's these little guys. They're little metal connectors. They're crimp-on connectors, and there's two of them because there's two wires that go to the motor, and these little guys are just sitting out in the open like so. One's a power wire, one's a ground, one's red and one's black. So I decided to cut them off and re-crimp on two new crimps, and voila, power came back to my motor. So these guys here, they were just really probably corroded and rusty on the inside. So if you guys ever come across an issue where your motor isn't going up or down anymore, it just stops working for no reason, but everything else seems fine, do not rush out and buy one of these, because I almost just did, and they're $129 on eBay. So what I did is I ended up taping this end really well so I don't have any future problems. And that's it, man. Hopefully that'll save somebody else's life. Have a good day.